I made this hanging organizer to be able to keep various items in one place everywhere and carry with you whenever you need it. You can even fold it in half and hang on a door handle. The digital pattern is available on Etsy and the link is in the description below. If you don't know how to use a digital pattern, then please take a look in the description below. There is a link to my other video where this is explained. This pattern is made for standard wooden coat hangers. If you would like to use different type and shape coat hangers, then you will have to amend the pattern like this. For the base I am using an old curtain. The fabric is quite stiff and thick, it means that it will keep the shape very well. There is also needed one piece of part 1 cut out of the wooding. These parts will be placed under the loop and hook tape. The pockets could be made from cotton or any other non-elastic fabric. Now take one base part and the wooding, pin them together and quilt. There is no certain pattern how it should be quilted because the point is to make the base more stable. Now the base is more solid, this is exactly what we needed. Take the pocket lines, fold in half and pin. All the open seams should be hemmed apart from the openings of the tunnels for the elastic band. The edges for hemming are marked by red zigzag. Hem also the base parts and the small strips number 5. The next step is making tunnels for all the elastic bands. It is about 1 cm from the folded edge. The tunnel for the elastic band is still open, so everything is fine. Now it's time to mark the points for the gathering and all the pocket seams. Here I'm using a self-erasing pen, but that actually was a mistake because it just erased itself too fast. So I had to mark the seams again and again. You will see that later in the video. Now gather all the pocket lines and pin. Now we have 5 small ruffles. They all should be the same length. So on top of the pins, about 1 cm away from the edge. Do the same for all 5 ruffles. Now it's time to prepare the holes for the hooks of the coat hangers. Take the small pieces of the bias binding and pin close to the edge for all 4 openings. So very close to the edge. Fold to the wrong side and top stitch. Repeat that for all the openings for the hooks. On the quilted base part, mark the places for parts number 5. Pin the parts number 5 on with the right sides facing. And sew. The seam should be 1 centimeter away from the edge. The side seam allowances of the part 5 should be left unstitched. Fold it to the wrong side and top stitch again. Cut 2 25 cm long parts of the hook tape. Clip the tape about 3 mm from the edge. Top stitch. Also top stitch the open end of the part 5 to the base, but only one seam which is parallel to the tape, leaving the sides open. Mark all the places for the pockets. Cut the pink elastic band and the round cord. This is the place where the pocket should go, but we will flip it around and start pinning from the bottom of the pocket. In this way, pin all the pocket lines to the base. Don't forget to pin the cord underneath the pocket line 3. Top stitch all the pinned pocket lines. Do not sew on the very end of the pocket line, just leave 1 centimeter open. The organizer now looks like this with all the bottoms of the pocket lines already sewn on. Now take the plain elastic band and cut 5 pieces 42 centimeters long. You don't need a fancy elastic band, just any plain one will be fine. Here I'm using a special threading tool, but just a plain safety pin will do. Thread the elastic band in the tunnel, secure the ends with a pin or a clip. Carefully take the clips away. Fold the ends of the pocket strips inside and pin to the base. Top stitch on the side of each pocket line, so elastic band is secured as well. The elastic band inside the tunnels should be distributed evenly. Now it's time to pin each pocket to the base, making sure that the seam goes exactly where it should be going. Unfortunately, my self-erasing pen disappeared too fast, so I have to mark the seams again. Also pin to the base the pink elastic bands. Mark also all the compartments of the elastic loops. Top stitch all the individual pockets, there are 29 of them. Top stitch also the pink elastic bands. The pockets are finished, but now it's time to finish the base. Put the back of the base on top of the front. Mark the places for the loop tape. At the marked area, fold the seam allowance to the wrong side for 1 centimeter and clip the loop band on 3 millimeters from the edge. Top stitch the loop bands. Now it's time to pin or clip the base of the organizer together. The places where our hook and loop tapes and openings for the coat hanger hooks, of course, should be left open. And now sew them together. It is quite possible that because of the quilting, the top of your base will be slightly smaller than the bottom of your base. In that case, I would suggest just to cut a bit so they are fitting together nicely. Turn inside out and top stitch at the sides only 1 centimeter from the edge, making sure that you do not stitch on top of the openings of loop and hook bands. Also, do not top stitch at the top and the bottom of the base because the hangers are going there. I would suggest to stitch again on top of the vertical seams on the pocket line 3, so the organizer will hold together way better. Now you can insert the coat hangers or take them out whenever it's time to wash the organizer. Whole purpose of the coat hanger at the bottom is not just to be able to hang various items, but also to keep the organizer as straight as possible.